Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am here to do a reading on Machu Picchu. Apparently, God has something to say as it concerns Machu Picchu at this time. So, we're here to find out what it is that the Most High want to tell us. So, Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. What is it that you want us to know regarding Machu Picchu or whoever you want to know? I'm not sure who this message is for. What is it that you want us to know? Machu Picchu. Feeling 6 decks. So this is definitely gonna have a part 2. Maybe even a part 3. Okay. Machu Picchu. What does God want us to know? Let's find out, shall we? That's a word I've never said in my life until this morning. I just heard it in my mind's ear. And I felt drawn to look it up. So I looked it up. And then I went about my business. And then it came back again. And I feel like God has something to say. So clearly, God does 6 decks. God has a lot to say. So let's find out what it is that God wants to say to us regarding Machu Picchu. Let me tell y'all what Machu Picchu is for those of you who are not aware. According to the AI generator, Machu Picchu is a stunning 15th century Inca citadel nestled high in the Andes Mountains of Peru, renowned for its sophisticated dry stone construction, terraces, and astronomical alignments. I feel like that's what God is drawing us to it for, the astrological alignments. Often called the lost city of the Incas, Abandoned around the time of the Spanish conquest, it remained hidden to the outside world until its rediscovery by Hiram Bingham in 1911. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the new Seven Wonders of the World. It is a major archaeological site and popular tourist destination, requiring pre-booked tickets and planning due to its remote and delicate environment. UNESCO. UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It is a UN specialized agency founded to build peace through international cooperation in education, sciences, culture, and communication, aiming to foster mutual understanding, safeguard heritage in their museums and such, um, and address global challenges like climate change, AI ethics, and ensuring quality education for all. It works with member states to set standards, develop knowledge, and protect irreplaceable cultural and natural heritage, like its famous World Heritage sites, the Machu Picchu being one such site. Okay. Let's see. So, first message. Okay, so the subject matter of this part of the message regarding Machu Picchu is, okay, we got satisfied. Okay, that's nice. So something is perfect. It's the satisfied card. A lot of energy is in that one. Okay, so the message is intelligence. So the intelligence that you find at Machu Picchu regarding the astronomical information and that type of stuff, it is accurate, it is perfect. Okay, that's divine knowledge given by God itself. So the underlying issue, we got jealous. Okay, and that's why the UN wants to step in. Nobody can have. And who really runs the UN? Who really calls the shots pertaining to the UN? So anywho, whoever really called the shots behind the UN, they're jealous because of the perfection of what's going on at Machu Picchu. We got self-taught, jealous, satisfied, self-taught. Kind of like me. My messages come straight from the divine. So I'm like a Machu Picchu myself. Satisfied, self-taught, aka come straight from the divine. So we got disrespectful and focused. So what I'm getting from this disrespectful followed by focused is like anybody who follows that is like they're out of alignment with the evil intentions of those who are jealous. Those who are jealous of the vessels that the information came to. Okay, they're jealous of them, they're jealous of their intelligence, they're jealous of their connection with nature itself, they're jealous that they have such high favor in the divine, that the divine would give them such sacred information. Okay, but idiot, God couldn't trust you with that knowledge. That's why God didn't choose you to give you that knowledge. Look at how you behave because God gave it to somebody else. You're jealous. And you think that their focus is disrespectful. Disrespectful to who? You? Want to be God? You're not God. They're focused on the real God. And that's why they get such high intelligence. And you can't compare or compete. You can disrupt information as much as you like. People like me and whoever these people in charge of the information at Machu Picchu are, you can't corrupt our information. We don't have to go through you to get our information. Our information comes straight from the Akashic records, straight from the holder of the Akashic records. You're not the gatekeeper of the Akashic records. You can't even get into the Akashic records. You're too filthy spiritually. You are diseased. You are corruption. God knows you're unworthy of getting such information, and therefore God didn't give it to you. God know what you were going to do with it. Look, you build a whole UN, calling it United Nations. We are focused on establishing peace among peoples, all peoples, and educating all peoples. We want equality because we believe in love. We want to make the world a better place. Lies. Let's move on. So we got disrespectful because they're focused. So you see them as disrespectful of you because they're focused on the real God. Fuck. You can't give life nor take life. Get over yourself. So we got forced friend. So you pretend to be friends. Exactly. United Nations. You force yourself and you force them to accept you as friend. You force them to tell you their secrets. You come in the form of a world governmental organization. We are here for the peace and unity of all peoples. We have the best interest of all peoples at heart. We are your friend. You wanna be demons. Heaven rejects you and hell sees you as incompetent. You are nobody. You wanna be gods. Let's read on. Forced friend. And we got silence. Appreciated. So you want them to be quiet, just like you want me to be quiet about these divine information that God be bestowing upon me. You want them to be quiet because by them sharing the information that the divine has given them, it works against your evil agenda. It gives people their personal power. You can't control a people who has their personal power intact. You can only control a people who are afraid of you, a people who are unconfident in their own judgment, their own intelligence, a people who are afraid to break the status quo because you're going to shut down their bank account and stop them from being able to visit the dentist or the doctor. You're going to turn the dentist and the doctor against them, and you're going to turn their neighbors against them, and you're going to turn their lovers against them. You're going to turn their children against them. You're going to turn their parents against them. You're going to turn the workforce against them, so they can't even get a job. You're going to stop them from having indefinite leave to remain. Even after they already got it, you just revoke it without question, without reason. You just revoke that. You just mess with their life in every way possible because you control the quote unquote system around here. So you do all that to keep them silent. You suffer us to keep us silent so we don't share what God has told us with the world. So that the people can have their personal power and the people can build their confidence to know that God exists and God cares about us and God wants the best for us and God wants us to trust in God so that we can create the quality of life that we deserve to live. So we will know how to get you out of power and into your rightful position, which is beneath our feet. You want to be a God, but we are more God-like than you. You are beneath us. So our silence is appreciated. We got principled and willing. Yeah, we too principled. We do what we have to do anyway. Our principles make us willing to go through all the hardship that you choose to put us through, trying to get us to stay quiet about the prophecies that God has revealed to us. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and angels sing, and heaven and angels sing, and heaven and hell and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Cause we gonna do what the fuck we came here to do. Who is you? Who is you? Loser. We too principled. So we're gonna be willing to do the work of God in spite of all your threats. Loser. Get a clue. Get a clue. Contemplation. Get a clue. Yeah, you just on some nonsense. Loser. Yeah, sober up. Get real. That's what you need to do. Get real, bitch. And honorable. See, this is what you don't have, and that's why God don't reveal anything to you. You are not an honorable character. Any information that you have, you use it to hurt others. And in your ridiculousness, you use the same information that you use to hurt others actually hurt you. That's how stupid you are. God is too high, you can't get over it. Too low, you can't get under it. Too wide, you can't get around it. So you need to get real with yourself. So the information at Machu Picchu is accurate, and the people in charge of the information, they are divine authority. They are above you. Wanna be gods? Is this pata? Pata, pata. Hey, talking about United Nations. Oh, we are friends. No, you're not. And we're not gonna shut up either. We're gonna tell everybody what the Lord said. Thus saith the Lord. I am the Lord thy God. You shall have no other gods beside me. You already broke that rule because you think you're God. The God that you're holding in high esteem besides the real God who created all things is yourself. How dare you? No other God, that includes your bumbleclot self. You who know not how the sun came to be, how the moon came to be, how the very soil that you step on and live on came to be, how the very water that you drink to sustain your life came to be. You know nothing of these things, yet you consider yourself God. You're a different kind of stupid. You're definitely a special kind of stupid. Okay? Let's see the next message. About United Nations. You don't want to unite nothing. This card just keep popping out. Love spell, love spell, love spell. Pretending. A love spell is something that's fake. A love spell is something that you use just to bring about a specific outcome. It's not sincere. Any friendship that you're coming around with, any gifts, any smiles, any quote unquote good intentions, they're all fake. They're all only being utilized by you so that you can get the outcome that you're actually looking for, which is to be able to exalt yourself above everybody else and use the knowledge that God gave us to your own benefit. Or that's what you think will happen. As you can see, you always sabotage yourself. You're always shooting yourself in the foot. Always shooting yourself in the foot. You shouldn't play with guns. Okay? Exactly. Love spells, underlying issue, liar. There's nothing nice or honorable about you. And anybody in charge of Machu Picchu that you that you encounter or you try to set up alliances with, they should really refrain from trusting you. Do not trust the United Nations. Don't even trust a regular person. You need to make sure that you suss out who you're talking to. Who are you really allowing in your personal space? Are they really a person of good, or are they here on an evil agenda? That's what people like me and those people in charge of the information at Machu Picchu need to consider when we have new people coming around. And even old people. Everybody needs to get fucking checked out. Even your very colleagues that you work with, even the ones that you all were together when God was giving you this knowledge. Some people, they end up selling out. Test everyone. Check everyone. Not even test everyone. Check everyone. Check with the Most High if this person has clearance or not to be in your personal space and being given access to such delicate information. There's a reason why God told us and not them. Because all the kindness that they're coming around with, and they create scenarios to make you think that y'all are just the same. We are kindred spirits. Or they make you grand promises. I could get you house and car and land and money, and you can roam this society and nobody will touch you. All this shit, tell them fuck off. You already have all that because you chose to be on God's side. They can't stop us. When God say we are to do this or do that or go here or go there, there's none of them that could stop us. All them together cannot stop us. You don't need their gifts. You don't need their friendship. You don't need anything from them. You need to fulfill the work of the Lord so that God can put people in your life who are worthy to be in your life. People who actually care about you. People who will not sell you out. People who will not set you up to get fucked up. People who will not trick you out of your blessing and your favor with the divine. Be careful. Because they can't sabotage us, but we can sabotage our own blessing. By believing their lies. By accepting their false friendships and their false marriages. Be careful of those who come in wanting you to be their mentor. Be careful of those who are putting you on a high pedestal. These saboteurs can come in all forms. Be careful. Okay. Whatever they know will appeal to you, that's how they're gonna come at you. They've been studying us for years. Look, you want different things. Don't trust them. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Don't have sex with them. Don't interact with them. Have nothing to do with them. Let's see, there's two more cards behind this. So we got, they've added you to their future plans. See? So you want different things, but they've added you to their future plans. That means they have ulterior motives. And that's why God is saying, do not interact with them. Sex in this kind of reading is talk about your interaction, not actual sex. Because sex is an exchange between two or more people. So God is saying, don't exchange anything with them. Don't exchange information. Don't exchange gifts. Don't exchange smiles. Don't exchange attention. Just blank them and go about God's business. What's the next one? They will let go of all others for you. So is this the promise that they're making? So when you find them out, they're going to act like Oh, I'm not gonna be with them anymore. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop hanging out with them because they're bad people. Oh, these were like this. They're bad people. I want nothing to do with them. Nah, bitch. Fuck off. Take it to the Lord. I don't give a fuck who you want to be friends with, who you don't want to be friends with. Well, take that shit to the Lord. If God want to use you, God don't need to include me. God can use you. If you're truly of a clean heart and got good intentions, God will use you. That don't have to include anything as it pertains to me. Go your way. God knows who's real and who's fake. It's not our job. It's our job to take instructions and guidance from the Most High. So that we're not fooled, or else we will lose our blessing. If God can't trust us with this information, God will remove itself from us as well, just to make sure that the information doesn't get to them before God wanted to. So that's shutting ourselves out of our blessings. If you want to do that, fine. I'm not doing that. Right now, there's all type of information that these evil people want to know. Why? Because we're in very different times. And the people that they're used to relying on as their high priestesses and their prophets and whatever, they're not getting the information because their hearts are not clean. God is giving people like myself and these people in charge of Machu Picchu's intelligence the information because their hearts are clean, because my heart is clean. So then, what the enemy, what the evil people are going to do is try to send in someone into our personal space so that they can benefit from the blessings that God is giving us in a way that they can bring it back to them. Okay, so they're trying to steal the information by pretending to be friends and pretending to be a loving husband or pretending to be a loving wife or pretending to be a loving child or pretending to be a loving mentee or pretending to be a loving boss or a loving stranger on the street or a loving doctor or whatever. Be aware. Have fun together, wanted to show itself. Yeah, they bring me so much joy. They're so funny. I like them. They can't be a bad person. They're so funny. You better snap out of that shit. Or don't. You're the one that's gonna be losing your blessing. They understand me so much. I've never been around somebody who understands me like they do. God, why would you give me such a great friend and take him or her away? Fuck you, me. You think they're a great friend. They're not a great friend. Snap out of it. They're a traitor. People are great at giving people are great at giving love when that shit is fake. That's why I realize when somebody's pretending to love you, the love is always so nice and perfect. It's because they're pretending. They want to get as close to you as possible, gain your confidence, so that you gain confidence in them, so that you're willing to be open to them, and things that you will not share with anyone else, you'll be open to sharing with them because you trust them. Don't fall for this shit. They've been using the same tricks on us forever. It's time that we stop falling for it. We don't need any friends. God will provide who is meant to be in our life when the time comes. Stop being needy. Don't worry. If you choose not to listen to me and God take your blessing away from you and give it to me, don't be mad at me. You're the one who forfeited your blessing by being needy and opening up yourself to God's enemies. These people been trying to shut God out of the whole story of creation forever. Talking about Big Bang and evolution. This is how things came about. Trying to shut God out. You can follow them if you want to by allowing them into your fucking life. When you lose your blessing, blame no one but yourself. You hear me? Being needy in this fucking treacherous world. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's what this is, the valley of the shadow of death. It's everywhere. The only one that can save you is God Almighty. Leave them people alone, make them go on about their business. You don't need their friendship, because they're not here to be your fucking friend. The cards already revealed the message to you. You better be discerning with who you're allowing into your life. Especially when you know you're a special person like myself. Somebody that God talks to directly. We have a lot of enemies. Too numerous to mention. Because we got pertinent information that the powers that be want themselves. The information that we have, they believe, spells the difference between whether they thrive or they die, whether their plans succeed or their evil plans fail. Understand how very vital you are in the grand scheme of things, that God talks directly to you. God don't talk to them anymore. If God used to talk to them, God don't talk to them anymore because they cannot be trusted. They are unworthy because they have evil intentions, and God doesn't agree with their intentions. So God will not talk to their angels. God will not talk to their deities. God will not talk to their ancestors. God will not talk to their high priests. God will not talk to their high priestesses. They're voodoo priests, they're voodoo priestesses, they're mages, they're nothing. They're in the darkness. Because that's who they are. They call themselves Illuminati because they lie. There's nothing illuminating or illuminated about them. They are the children of darkness. And now God is putting them exactly where they're supposed to be, in darkness. They understand nothing, they know nothing. That is their portion. They try to shut God out, so now God is shutting them out. It is only fair. And if you open up yourself to allow these little credence to come in, God will shut the door on you too. I'm talking to all prophets. I'm talking to all real high priest, all beings of light. If you open up yourself to the darkness, God will close off the light from you. Because they're not allowed to get the information. Because they're going to use it against us. They're using it against God's cause, God's ambitions, God's plans. So how can you open up the door for God's enemies to come to you, get information from you so that they can then use it against God? It's like, whose side are you on anyway? So God will just shut you off, shut you out. So the subject matter of this part of the message, silence, blank card. Yep, blank card. Silence, emptiness. So y'all need to stop sharing information with the United Nations. Y'all need to stop sharing information with these governments and their representatives, because they are not for God. They are against God. People like myself need to stop sharing intelligence with governmental agencies and their freelancers who represent their purpose as well. So we have to keep our eyes out so we know who is freelancing on behalf of these quote unquote governmental entities who don't want the best for humanity. It is their desire to put everybody under siege. They want to be God. They don't want to serve God. They don't even want people to remember the real God who created all things. They call themselves governments. They give themselves all these beautiful titles, and they claim, say that their objectives are positive and it's about world peace and healing for the nation and educating the nation. It's all lies. Stop sharing the information with them. Do not decipher the information for them. They keep trying to put things on my computer screen while I'm scrolling up and scrolling down. They be putting all type of things on my computer screen. I just either click not interested, or if I do watch something, I see where it's going. It's to suck information out of us. Be careful of the tricks of the enemy. They put things on our phones, different videos and stuff about things that they want to know about. So when we watch these videos, it opens up our mind to certain things, and we will willingly and openly be giving information about these things. They're looking for answers. because they are in the darkness, because God has closed off itself to all of their regular resources. They're not getting accurate information anymore. We have it. They want it. Sometimes you want to watch something, you have to refrain from watching it because it opens you up. When you put it in your psyche, it opens you up, and while you're sleeping, you're going to be dreaming about it because they're in your mind investigating, trying to get the answers out of you. Like, I'm interested in the music industry. I feel like God ordained me to be part of the music industry, to revive the music industry from its dead place. But they don't want to pay me. They don't want to give me the acknowledgement. They don't want to respect me. They don't want to respect my input. So what they're doing is trying to put different things on my timeline for me to watch them so that it can open my mind to what's actually going on. So then when I go to sleep, they'll be doing their dream works for them to come and investigate so that I could give them answers, because they think that if I give them the answers, they could go off and execute these things without my help. But bitch, let me tell you something. You cannot revive the music industry without me. My ass is going to be recognized. My backside has its own chair. You can't stop that. And you can't revive that industry without Chanel Green. Let me tell you that now. It don't matter how you try to get the information, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. I'm just not going to watch any of that shit. I don't give a fuck what's happening. All I know is that the shit is crumbling, and I'm going to sit out here and I'm going to smoke these fucking sabotage cigarettes, okay? I'm going to eat this sabotage food and drink this sabotaged water that you put in my environment, breathe this sabotaged air, and I'm going to watch your fucking billion-trillion-dollar industry just fall to nothing until you come and fucking take me to where the fuck I need to be so I can do what the fuck I need to do for the music industry. That's what's up. I'm gonna sit out here and watch the whole thing crumble to the ground completely. Watch you struggle trying to revive the shit. It's not gonna work. Spoiler alert. That's my seat. That's my place. You hear me? I'm not saving any of you. You can all fall to the fucking ground and crumble to dust. And don't make me have to make you get on your knees when you do come to call me. And record that shit and put it on the internet. That's where I'm feeling like going with you. Since you want to be so adamant about keeping me out because you think that you don't need me. Bitch, I'm going to show you and the rest of the world how much you need me. I was made for that. Yeah, that's my spot. So all of you other people, all of you other light workers and whatnot, you know, you need to know where your spot is. You need to know what your purpose is. All of them, as many of them as you can figure out, you need to know what God purposed you for. Because that's where the enemy will be coming at you, trying to suck your information out of you without giving you credit for it, without giving you any acknowledgement, because they know you got it. You were built for it. You have the answers that they desperately need. And they believe that they can suck the answers out of you and carry on using them and giving the credit to somebody else and think that it's going to work. It's not going to work, but it just delays our advent even more. So if you cut out every avenue that they can infiltrate your mind and your intelligence, then they get nothing to work with. It's the sooner they come and put us in our rightful bumbleclad place. You see? So as much as it is your passion, sometimes you have to just leave it alone. You don't have to know everything about the industry. You don't have to know everything about whatever position God want to put you in. You gonna know. When you get to where God want to put you, you're gonna know. And you have tools, whatever tools you use, to get you caught up on what you need to get caught up on as to what the problem is, so that you can give the solution and get what the fuck belong to you. Your credit, your pay. Okay? It's ours. We come to take the fuck over. It is ours. God is working through us, therefore it is ours. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And if God is working through you, whatever the fuck you were born to do, it is yours. It is your spot. Somebody sitting them dirty ranking ass in your seat, trying to be you, thinking that they can do what you can do, what you were born to do. They weren't born to do that. You don't have to ask how far out of alignment they are from what the fuck they're really supposed to be doing while they're trying to fucking imitate you and your gifts and your connections to the heavens. God ain't talking to them. God ain't giving them no wisdom. Them motherfuckers are staying in the dark. And whatever information they do get is going to come to naught. Because they're unworthy. They don't deserve the credit because they're going about it all wrong. How dare you? It's mine. That's my seat. I'm the one you're fucking looking for, bitch. I will have it. I will sit in my seat. Fuck you mean? I will sit in my seat, or I will watch your fucking stupid asses crumble completely to naught. And have fun watching it too. Just the same way y'all sat and watched my life crumble to naught, or tried to make my life crumble to naught, and it crumbled for real, but I'm not feeling it or experiencing it the way that you hoped I would. God still got me up so high. I haven't made $1 of my own in years. I have no bank account. I have no passport. I can't even go to the doctor in peace. I can't go to the dentist in peace. I can't go to my kitchen and just take up food or drink and have it because there's something wrong with it. Prepared for me, left for me at the shop. Sabotaged. It's like they sabotage all of them just to make sure that I take home some fucking sabotage shit. That's the life I'm living. Don't worry, enjoy. Enjoy watching me suffer, because I'm enjoying watching you suffer same way. All your fucking industries are gonna crumble. You're gonna put the car people them in their spot. You're gonna put the music people them in their spot. You're gonna put the rightful movie people in their spot. You're gonna put the rightful doctors in their spot. You're gonna put the rightful psychiatrists in their spot. You're gonna put all of us, beings of light, the real healers of the world, where the fuck we belong. You're gonna get your dirty, stinking, ranking ass out of our seats. By will or by force, biatch. It's mine. It's mine. You may have had it once, but I had it all the time. Ow! Yeah, man, I am that girl. It hurt your feelings? Good. So yeah, the subject matter of this part of the message is the silence. We ain't telling y'all shit. God ain't telling y'all shit. You say you're the Illuminati now. Illuminate your way forward. Or what? You're not the Illuminati. You're not the illuminated ones. Are you sure? You've been going around the world for time telling everybody that you are the Illuminati. You've been going around the world for time telling everybody that you are the Freemasons. Ah, you can't build. Eh? Your whole empire is falling apart and you can't build it back. What kind of mason are you? That means you're not really a mason, because a mason knows how to build. You know what I'm saying? Ah, there's something wrong with your story. There's something wrong with who you've been around parading to be. You're not who you say you are. It is clear. You're not who you say you are. The mighty Illuminati. Oh, I'm a Freemason. Look at them going to their lodges. Regular, eh? Look at them going to their lodges, doing all their stupid shit. Whatever kind of rituals and sacrifices and all that dumb shit. Eh? Making people respecting them, calling them Freemasons and calling them Illuminati and giving people a negative image of what these words actually mean. What these identities actually stand for. Degrading the identity of real ones, degrading the identity of real Freemasons, making the world hate them. Just like y'all are doing to Trump right now. That's an impersonator. That's not the real Trump. You're trying to get the world to hate the real Trump because you know that Trump is truly the Trump. The real Trump is truly the Trump that God wants to use. So that's why you're making this impersonator do all type of dirty, evil shit in the real Trump's identity so that the world will think that it is actually Trump that's doing these things, so that by time Trump, the real Trump, come back to take his rightful seat, you're hoping that the world will be so disgusted by this individual. And most people don't even know it's not even Trump that's doing that. That's some impersonator that the evil people use. They're using this impersonator of Trump. That's not the real Trump that's doing all this stupid shit. The real Trump is actually a man of God. And this is why they want people like me to stay silent. This is why they don't want us to talk, because if I say this out loud and people believe what I'm saying, then they will know to ignore this stupid motherfucker that's going around parading as Trump, because that's not the real Trump. The real Trump is a sensible man, a man of God, a man who actually want peace, a man who actually want positive progress in society, a man who would actually make the government behave the way that the government put on paper that it's supposed to be, a man who would actually make the United Nations represent in real life the things that they put on paper. That's who the real Trump is. And that's why they're trying so hard to dirty Trump's identity with this impersonator that they got going around pretending to be Trump, doing all this stupid shit, accumulating all this hate and disgust and disdain. That's not the real Trump. So we got the silence at the bottom of the deck, and after this I'm gonna stop this live. After we do this message, we're gonna stop this live. We got 4 more decks to take care of. Yeah, so which one is it? Is this one and this one and then this one. Okay, so this was kind of sideways. Okay, so the subject matter was silence. And then we got they expected a different outcome, but it was sideways. So it's like a piece of y'all knew. A piece of you knew what the truth was, but you still chose to expect a different outcome. You let your ego and your own personal desires outweigh common sense. Let's read on. Let's see what's going on here. So now they're shattered. You knew the shit was gonna fail. Let's read on. So we got, you are not their only one. And that's actually their idea of what love is. So they're doing this to everybody. They're doing this to everybody. All the light beings, they're coming into our lives pretending to be our friends. They're coming into our dreams, infiltrating our dream life, infiltrating our thought life, trying to glean information because God is not talking to them anymore. Be very mindful of your thought life. Pay close attention to your thoughts. They're not going to come, in a lot of cases, they're not going to come directly in your face, in the flesh, and be asking you questions. They infiltrate your dream life. They infiltrate your timeline with different videos. Just watch the kind of videos. All you light workers, listen to this. Watch the kind of videos that you find on your timeline. That's the kind of information that they're trying to get out of you. They want you to indulge in these videos so that you open up your mind to the information, the incoming and outgoing information. That's a trick. Pay attention. Pay attention to the thoughts that come to you randomly when you're just chilling. You're not thinking about anything yet you're hearing. I heard Machu Picchu. Who is telling me about Machu Picchu? I've never said that word in my life until today. Where did that thought come from to put me on this trajectory? It's because of hearing that word and feeling drawn or compelled to dig further into it, why I'm here having this conversation with you about the things that was spoken of in this life so far. Do you understand? Pay attention to your thought life. And pay attention to the people who are around you in the physical realm. Your wife, your husband, your children, your parents, your best friend. These are the people that they use because they are closest to you. These are the people that you talk to. These are the people that you trust. So these are the people that they will pay off and use. Your lovers, your doctor, your psychiatrist, your mentee, your little brother, little sister. Be careful. Be mindful. We're not here to help the evil ones. And they know that, so they're willing to use any other means that they could to get in so that we can still help them against our will. Because they think they're so intelligent. God talks to us. And that makes us invaluable to them. So they're willing to go hard. They're willing to do a lot to get what we have. Let's see the underlying issue. So we got, they will let go of all others for you. And then we have the silent card again. So these people are going to come into our life on some fake shit. They're going to expect us to be open to them. Or maybe they're already in our lives. But the evil people expect us to share this sensitive information with this person or people. But they expected a different outcome because you didn't say anything and now they're shattered. But then we got, you're not their only one. Exactly. They were sent in by somebody else. And then we got, that's actually what their idea of what love is. Now, when these people are using our loved ones against us, they don't just come to them and tell them exactly what is going on. A lot of times our loved ones don't even know the truth of why they're being paid or otherwise what's the word, when you manipulated. They don't even know why they're truly being manipulated to get to start certain conversations with us or get certain information from us. Okay, they're not gonna go to them and tell them the truth of why. So what they would normally do is tell our people something that would justify their actions. So our people would think that they're doing what they're doing for a good cause. That's how they get a lot of people to help them. So perhaps they would do some shit like make us look like we're such evil people and we're a threat to national security and shit like that. Just tell people stupid shit. And because they are the police or they are whatever they are, our people are inclined to trust them more than they trust us. Because they will use any little thing about our character to justify the lie that they told our loved one or loved ones. You see how the game works? So they make it look believable. And if there's nothing about our character that justify the lie, they will then use people to put us in situations that would make us make choices and do things to make it look like what the lie that they said about us is true. So if they can't find anything within us naturally to justify the lie or strengthen the lie, they will then manipulate our situation to the point where we give strength to that lie with our speech, with our actions, our inactions, anything. We're living in very, very, very tricky times. We have to be very careful. Being the people of God who God talked to, we have to be very careful about what we choose to believe, who we choose to trust, who we choose to share our information with. Do not decipher anything for these evil people. Let them stay in the darkness. Their time is up. It's time for them to get out of office and let us have our rightful seat in this world. Or else allow them to fuck up. If they insist on staying there, allow them to fuck up and destroy their whole reputation. Because right now they don't have much left. It shows in the numbers. It shows in what progress they're able to make and not able to make. People are losing confidence in their abilities. They already know. They already know that whoever these people are sitting in our seats, they don't know what they're doing. They're trash. They're useless. But they don't want to put us in our rightful seats, because when we make our money, we're gonna do good things with it. We're gonna actually change the world and make it into a positive place. And we have the money to pay people to do shit. That's why they don't want to put us in our rightful places, because we're gonna make too much money and we're gonna have too much power to make good things happen. That's the reason why they're trying so hard to keep us out. Because whoever they have in our seat, they're as evil and corrupt as them. They are perfect for what they want to continue to do to the world. So we got they let go of all others for you, and God got silence. It's like, if you want to believe that, you can believe that shit. Then we got, they've added you to their future plans because they want to build a life with you. They chose you. They want children with you. Interesting. Learning how to love you. I'm waiting for the fuckery. They are aware of your personality, and they don't realize that they are that way. So who is this that God is talking about? Which one of the players is this in our life? Is this the loved one? I feel like it's the loved one, or anybody close to us that they have used. Let's read on. Let's get some more information. So they don't realize they are that way. And we got, you don't need to know that yet, but they're a gold digger. There's the fuckery I was looking for. They're willing to take money to sell us out. They're a gold digger. And that's how whoever sent them in to get our information, that's how they show their gratitude. They're taking money, they're taking bribes. And they're not used to dealing with maturity, so they don't have the discernment to know that there's a game being played and they're just being used as a pawn. Remove them from your future plans. Exactly. So we have to separate from these people when we find out who they are and what they're actually doing. So this is our loved ones. Yeah, life lessons. It's going to be a valuable life lesson that our loved ones have to learn about what's really going on in the world. Because the way how they paint the world to everybody, they make it look like it's such a safe place and the governments are here because they have our best interests and the United Nations have our best interests, but they're all liars, they're all crooks, and they're all world dominators. That's what they are. They don't want it. If these people in power were good people, the world would be a better place because they have the say so. Look at the world around you. What does it look like? How many things do you have to complain about? I want you to get a pad and a pen and write all the things that are wrong with the world. All the things that you see from a governmental perspective. So I'm talking about education and health and how society is managed, the kind of information they put on TV, the kind of information they put on the radio, the shit that the government have control over. If they truly wanted this world to be a better place, it would be. If they truly didn't want war in certain countries, there would be no war. If they were truly respectable and honorable people, there would be more transparency when it comes to the government and what's really going on. We would get the information from the news and it would be accurate information. People wouldn't be going around right now saying, man, I'm not even going to watch the news anymore because all they do is lie. Create narratives, tell lies, tell stories. Pay attention to the world around you. I'm talking to our quote unquote loved ones who are willing to take money from these secret agents and secret whoever they are to sell us out. We are the ones who truly want to make the world a better place. The people them who are in power right now, everything is shitty. Look at the music industry. The people who have the say so, if they wanted the music industry to put positive out into the world, that's what it would have been doing. The people who are in power, they want negativity in the world, and that's what we see coming out. Girls being trained to be whores, men being trained to be killers, people being trained to be cool with being drug addicts, fucking up their health, fucking up their family life, not training their children properly, creating children who are gonna be more menaces to society. It's deterioration and destruction. It's because those who are in power, that's what they want to see. It's not a fucking mistake. And putting somebody like myself in my rightful seat, I will change all of that. People will be able to listen to music and grow positively from it. And that's why they don't want me in my seat. But they can't stop me, because until you put me in my seat and we start to help people to flourish, your fucking industry is going to continue to crumble to dust. And every other industry that we healers belong in, until you put us in our rightful seats, you're going to stop making money. Your reputation is going to be absolutely shot. And you're just going to make yourself look like the fool that you truly are. And you're going to turn everybody against you, because all these people whose paychecks depend on you and your guidance and your say-so, they're going to know that you're the one who ruined their shit. So I'm just waiting. I don't need to do nothing. We don't need to do anything. The rotten fruits are gonna fall off the tree by themselves. Yeah, and then the cleaners are gonna come and sweep that shit up. And all the vultures are gonna come and eat up whatever need to be eaten up. Y'all gonna be removed. I don't need to do nothing. Look, we got active divine marriage contract. This is our contract with the divine. That's why we are given information, and that's why they want it from us, and that's why they do whatever they want or whatever they have to. They're willing to do whatever they have to in order to get the information from us, because we are the ones who are connected to the information giver. These people need information to keep their evil empire going. Their evil empire is fading. It is failing. They need our intelligence to revive it, because they think that they can get our intelligence and just use it themselves. They don't even know that getting our intelligence and using it is also going to backfire on them, because the energies are not in alignment. They think how they think. And they're going to use our positive energy and inject it negatively. And that's why it's going to fucking backfire. Even if they get anything from it, it'll be so small and so short-lived. But I don't want to give them nothing, so I'm not watching nothing pertaining to what I'm supposed to be doing in the future. That music industry can crumble to fucking dust for all I care. I want it to crumble because it's built on fuckery. Right. And then I'll come and take my rightful place and fix it. Goodbye. Until next time, this is part 1. We're going to come back and check out part 2. I got 4 more decks to bring us messages from. Yeah, I'm that bitch.